You're broke. You're sitting there wondering why life's unfair, why some people have it all, and you don't. Let me tell you something. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody cares about your excuses. And that's the best news you'll ever hear, because that means you're in control. You decide if you want to sit there like a loser or if you're going to do something about it. I always knew the answer to everything in life was raw action. Not thinking, not whining, not waiting for the perfect moment. Raw, relentless action. My father taught me this. He used to say, raw action solves everything. You need money. You need success. You need change. Stop talking, move. Think about this. If you're stranded in the middle of the desert and you're dying of thirst, do you sit there and cry? No, you walk. Maybe you find water. Maybe you don't. But if you don't move, you're dead for sure. That's life. Action forces your brain into momentum. It stops you from being weak. And weakness is a disease. It spreads. One weak thought leads to another until your whole life is one big excuse. Your time is your biggest weapon. Most people waste time. They think they have forever. Let me tell you something you don't. Time is the only currency that matters. It's the only thing you can never get back. I spent thousands of hours editing videos and doing new things. Meanwhile, other men my age were drinking, watching TV, and wasting their youth. Now they sit there wondering why they're stuck, why they're sad, why they're unhappy, because they threw away their time. Every hour you waste is an hour you'll never get back. That's why you need to use every second wisely. Ask yourself, what are you doing with your 1,000 hours watching Netflix, sleeping in, scrolling through social media like a mindless zombie? Are you working? Are you learning? Are you pushing yourself every single day? That's the difference between winners and losers. What is the secret to success? Here's the truth. There is no secret. It's just work. Every day, no days off, no excuses. The difference between a king and a peasant? The king works when the peasant sleeps, because success is a game, and only killers win. Pain is the price you pay for strength. You want to be successful. You're going to suffer. There's no way around it. Pain, hardship, struggle, it's the tax you pay for greatness. Look at every champion, every billionaire, every top-tier man. They've been through hell. They've been broke. They've been doubted. They've been betrayed, and yet they push through. Most men break under pressure. Winners don't. Winners feel the pain and use it as fuel. They use it to become unstoppable. Every time life punches you in the face, you have two choices. Sit there and cry, or get up and hit back harder. I choose to hit back. People today are obsessed with fun. They live for weekends. They live for distractions. That's why they never make it. Fun is a trap. Fun keeps you weak, keeps you average, keeps you broke. Don't chase fun, chase results. Some people will say you don't relax, you don't have fun. But the fun comes from winning. So if you're serious about success, cut the distractions, cut the drinking, cut the parties. Cut the lazy friends who do nothing with their lives. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect, and weak men will never understand that. The world owes you nothing. Nobody owes you success. Nobody owes you a good life. Nobody owes you anything. If you want something, take it. I hear people complain the system is rigged, the economy is bad, life is unfair. Who cares? Complaining gets you nowhere. Adapt, overcome, win. The strong take what they want, the weak beg for permission. That's the reality. So if you're sitting there thinking, I wish my life was better, I have news for you. Your life is your fault. You're broke because you made weak choices. You're out of shape because you're lazy. You're stuck because you refuse to act. But here's the good news. You can change it right now. The moment you decide to take control, everything shifts, but that choice is yours. Risk is the price of success. Most people avoid risk because they fear failure. But avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all. The safest path is a lie. The safe job, it won't save you. The safe life, it's an illusion. Every great man has gambled. Every champion has risked it all. And guess what? That's why they won. If you want to be great, you must be willing to bet on yourself. No excuses, no hesitation. All in. Right now, you have a decision to make. What do you stay the same weak broke complaining? Or do you rise up and take control? It's not about luck, it's not about talent, It's about how bad you want it. So ask yourself, do you want success bad enough to suffer for it, to bleed for it, to fight for it? Because that's the only way you'll ever have it. The world is yours if you're willing to take it. So get up, stop waiting, start moving, and never ever stop. Look around you. Look at your life. Every single thing you have or don't have is because of you. Not society, not bad luck, not your parents, you. People love to play the blame game. Oh, I wasn't born rich. Oh, my country's economy is bad. Oh, I didn't get the right opportunities. Shut up. Excuses are lies. Lies you tell yourself to just be staying weak. And guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody's coming to rescue you. No government, no magic fairy, no long-lost billionaire uncle. It's all on you. Once you accept that, you become free because now the solution is simple. Do something. Fix it. Win. I hear people say they do not know where to start. Start anywhere. You don't need a perfect plan. You need momentum. Winners don't wait for the stars to align. They move. Look at a lion. It doesn't sit around overthinking its next hunt. It sees an opportunity. It strikes. You need to be the same. You want success? Stop overthinking. Stop hesitating. Act. Listen carefully. Life is war. From the moment you wake up, you are fighting against weakness, fighting against laziness, fighting against the loser mentality that tries to creep into your mind. Most men, they're already dead. Walking corpses, they wake up, go to their boring jobs, follow the same routine. You never take risks, never push themselves. They have surrendered. But you have a choice. You can fight back. You can become a warrior. And warriors train, warriors sacrifice. Warriors discipline themselves because they know that victory is earned, never given. The biggest war is against yourself, against the part of you that wants to sleep in, the part of you that wants to quit, the part of you that's scared of failure. Kill that part. Weakness is a disease, and if you don't fight it, it will consume you. So listen to me very carefully. Life will make you suffer. That's a guarantee. The question is, what kind of suffering do you choose? There are only two options. The pain, discipline, waking up early, training hard, working when you don't feel like it, taking risks, sacrificing comfort for greatness. The pain of regret, waking up years from now, broke weak and wondering why you wasted your life. Choose wisely, because once time is gone, you never get it back. I know the pain of discipline. I know what it's like to wake up sore instead and still push through. But I also know it's worth it. You think training is hard? Try being broke. Try being a loser. Try being invisible to the world because you never made something of yourself. That's real pain, and that's what you'll face if you don't take action now. You are the sum of your daily habits. You don't become successful overnight. You become successful by what you do every single day. If you're broke, unhealthy, or weak right now, look at your daily habits. What do you do with your time? What do you wake up early? Do you train? Do you work relentlessly? Do you read, learn, and improve yourself? Or do you waste your time? Most men waste hours every day on nonsense, scrolling social media, watching garbage TV, playing video games, complaining. That's why they lose. The difference between the winners and the losers' habits. The top 1%, the men who own businesses, drive Bugattis, live in mansions. They live by discipline. They wake up early. They train. They work. They learn every single day. So ask yourself, what are your habits? Because your habits are shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. Let me tell you something nobody wants to hear. If you want to win, you have to sacrifice. There is no success without sacrifice. You cannot party every weekend and expect to be rich. You cannot sleep in every morning and expect to be successful. You cannot be soft and expect to be a king. Look at every man who made it to the top, every champion, every billionaire. They all gave something up. They sacrificed comfort for greatness. You need to do the same. Cut out distractions. Cut out weak friends who pull you down. Cut out mindless entertainment. Replace it with work. Most people are afraid of sacrifice because they want life to be easy. But guess what? Life is not easy. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can start winning. The only real failure is quitting. You know what separates winners from losers? Winners don't quit. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is that you get back up. I've lost fights, I've had businesses fail, I've made mistakes, but I never stayed down. Every setback is a lesson. Every loss is an opportunity to grow. Most people give up after their first failure. That's why they never succeed. They try something once, it gets hard, and they quit. Weak, the top 1%. They fail more than anyone else, but they keep going. That's why they win. So if you fail before good, that means you're in the game. Now get back up and keep fighting. Success is not a destination, it's a lifestyle. You don't just become successful and then stop. Success is not a destination, it's a lifestyle. You have to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep improving. The moment you get comfortable, the moment you stop striving for more, you start losing. That's why I'm still working harder than ever, even with all the money, all the cars, all the success. Because I know the second I stop, some hungry young lion is coming from my spot, and I refuse to let that happen. Stay sharp, stay hungry, stay winning. Right now, you have two paths in front of you. The easy path, laziness, excuses, weakness, failure. The warrior's path, discipline, sacrifice, power, success. The choice is yours. But let me tell you something. If you choose the easy path, you will wake up one day full of regret. You will look in the mirror and realize you wasted your potential. And there is nothing worse than that. So make your choice now. Decide that you will be great. Decide that you will take action. And never ever stop. Right now, there's a monster inside you. A beast, a warrior, a version of yourself so powerful, so dominant, and so ruthless that if you unleashed it, the world would never be the same. But here's the problem. Most of you keep that beast in chains. You've been taught to be soft, to be weak, to be tamed. They fed you lies your entire life. Take it easy. Don't be too aggressive. Just be patient. Things will work out. Let me tell you the truth. Nothing works out unless you make it work out. You think the top 1% sat around waiting for a lucky break. You think warriors in history sat back and hoped someone would hand them the throne. Number they conquered, they took, they dominated. And that's exactly what you must do. But first, you must wake up. Wake up to the fact that the world does not care if you win or lose. Wake up to the fact that you're running out of time. Wake up to the fact that there is no safety net. It's all on you. So wake up, break the chains, unleash the beast inside. Because the moment you do, your life will change forever. Let me tell you something you probably don't want to hear. Most men will die unknown. That's the harsh reality. Most men will never do anything significant. Most men will never reach greatness. Most men will waste their entire ebbs. And do you know why? Because they refuse to fight. Look around. Millions of men are broke. Millions of men are weak. Millions of men are invisible to the world. Why? Because they take the easy path, the comfortable path, the coward's path. They live their entire lives avoiding risk, avoiding pressure, avoiding responsibility. And then one day they wake up old, broke, irrelevant. Regret hits them like a bullet. But by then, it's too late. Don't be that man, because real men do not die unknown. They leave legacies, they carve their names into history. They rise so high that even when they're gone, they're remembered. And if that is not your goal, you are wasting your life. If you are not obsessed, you are not serious. Look around at every winner, every champion, every man at the top. What do they all have in common? Obsession. They're obsessed with winning, obsessed with greatness, obsessed with doing whatever it takes to dominate. That's why they are where they are. And that's why losers never make it. Because losers are casual. Losers try, losers hope. Hey, losers give it a shot. That's why they lose. Winning is not a game, winning is not a hobby. Winning is not something you do when you feel like it. Winning is a way of life. You wake up thinking about winning. You go to sleep thinking about winning. You breathe it, you live it, you crave it. That's how you win.